Go.
Alright, so we're going to work on a little bit of short game today. It's probably one of my favorite things to work on just because I think it's the best way for amateur golfers and even professional golfers to really lower their handicaps. I think if you look at the golfers on, let's say, the web.com tour and then take that to the PGA tour, the big difference between those guys, what really sets apart the guys that can make a living on tour and the ones that can't, is the short game. And I think all the way from probably a 40 handicap all the way down to a 0, if you really, really want to knock a few strokes off your game and do it quickly, the best way is really practice that technique with your short game.
I agree.
So I know we touched on it a little bit, but what's something that, if you had to pick one thing that you really think that you could improve upon in your short game?
Okay, it would be the running chip shot,
Okay.
where we take a more lofted club but not a wedge.
Okay.
And the idea being to get the ball running quicker as opposed to get it high. In my own opinion is I have a little more control when I hit a lower running shot. I just haven't had any consistency with that lately, so that's why I'm coming to you.
I completely agree, and that's something that I've really tried to stress to anyone that I've worked with in the past. I see a lot of amateur golfers get out and they'll say, teach me to hit a flop shot, or teach me to hit this high shot going over. And if you're by a bunker and you're trying to carry it over and you need that loft, I think that's definitely a shot that you need to have in the bag. However, when you're looking at a shot like this and you have a lot of green to work with, it's especially a tight lie when you get down here in Florida and you don't want to really bring in the sole of the club too much. I think grabbing a lower lofted club like I see you grabbed here and just playing a little bit of that bump and run, that's something that I really try to stress to my students.
Good.
One thing I like to do before we really get started is kind of get an idea for how my students learn. So a good question I like to ask is, what do you do for a living?
I sold food products.
Sold food products.
Right.
Okay, okay. So if you had to say whether the way that you learn the best, whether it's visual or whether it's auditory, what's your learning style?
Without a doubt, it's visual.
Visual?
Oh yeah, when I see someone else do it, then
Okay.
I picture myself doing it and following along with their body movements.
Perfect.
So probably the best thing that you could do for me, Zach, is you could show me how to hit that shot, and then after maybe hitting 2 or 3 of them, and I take in what you're doing,
Okay.
maybe you could explain to me what you're doing, and then I can put that into my own use.
Okay, absolutely. Well, we can give that a shot.
Great.